my friends, I'm the vegan. I make a new cake. It's a very simple filling. It's a cheese cake, a simple cheesecake with cashews. And on top I made a little raspberry marmalade layer, a mirror. It's very simple. I begin as usual with a springform. Springform is here not even 20 centimeters, you see, it's not very big. Lined with parchment paper, makes it easier, just easier to handle the cake when it's done. I always do that. And the food processor, this is my main tool. Since I have this food processor, I can make life bakery. It's amazing because of the crust. Yeah, the crust that goes first into the filling, into the form. I mean, I needed here these the food processor fitted with the S blade. First, I put almonds in. That is a very standard crust with almonds and dates. Here I begin with the almonds, not too many. So 17, 18 centimeters. That is 1.5 cups of almonds. I don't need a thick crust, so a thin crust is enough. And blending, processing the almonds first to a coarse meal just saves some time, processing time, because when the dates are in, it takes longer. This is my course meal. This is what it looks like here. Yeah, you can make it more or less fine. You can process longer. This is it won't get much finer. Yeah, once the dates go in, I give you a dozen of dates. It's pretty easy with the more dates. It's easier than you have little dates. It's also a little bit sweeter because it's easier because the dates make the sticky dough. Coarse meal into a sticky dough. That's the next process. And I will put some lemon zest. I will use a lemon later for the filling, so I have used the zest here for the bottom. It's a very nice flavor twist with the dates, yeah, a little bit opposing, sweet and sour, very nice. And the zest also super healthy. Yeah, there's the most nutrients are in the peel of the lemon. Yeah, and the flavor is there too. So I will process that now, do a sticky dough, and then press it into the bottom of the filling, of the form. This is my sticky dough. Show you again here. When I take a little bit of the dough and press it together, the fingers, it sticks together. That's a sticky dough. So then I need to make a crust that keeps together, and I cut a piece out of the ready cake. So I fill it in with a scraper, and then I press it down evenly. First I will spread the dough evenly, and then I press it down with my fingers, with the hands, the fists, the knuckles. I'll come back in a moment when it's done. I show you. First spread it evenly, and when it's spread, I begin to press it down. See you in a bit. That's my crust here. You need to do it thoroughly. See, it's firm now, or the sides too here, the rims, with the fingers and then I can begin with the filling. Yeah. 2 layers, basically 1 layer of the cashew, cheese. You can talk. It's not a cheese. I won't ferment it. That would be another method. I will not ferment it. I have just maybe almost 2 cups of cashews. It doesn't matter, more or less, and you have a large or smaller or bigger filling. But I begin with bananas on the ground and some lemon. Yeah, that is easier for the blender, just for the processing, for the blending, to begin with the softer things here, something that for the blades to grip. Yeah, I have 1 lemon here, peeled, and 3 small bananas, just to make the cheese or the cashew cream a little bit sweeter and lighter. Yeah, nuts are very firm, very fat, and some bananas would make it a little bit lighter. So then I put the cashews in. They come next. Yeah, I show you again. just cashews. You don't need to soak them. I do not soak them because when there is more water, it won't firm up that easily. So less water is better for the firmness of the filling. And now I don't put coconut oil in there, that is very heavy, but coconut cream. Yeah, it is the upper part of the coconut milk. You make coconut milk. How to do that I show you in a video. It's very easy. Make the coconut milk, and after a night in the fridge you have the coconut cream on top and the water on the bottom. So I put basically a cup or so onto the cashew nuts and a little bit of vanilla to make it a little bit nicer. After all, it is a cheesecake, and that is usually a little bit sweet. Yeah. So the vanilla is here, refers to that. So that's all. I hope it works. So the first blending here. I will now start right away with the blender dance. To me looks pretty perfect, and I'll show you why. You see the little flower, little petal on top? This is the sign for perfection when you blend a cream. Yeah, and it is, everything moves, the whole dough moves all the time, the whole cream moves all the time, and I can fill it directly into the filling, into the form, as the first layer. And smells so nice. This is really, the vanilla is really present here. It's a wonderful fragrance. Yeah, vanilla opens the senses. And it's a very complex flavor, and that means the senses want to taste it fully, and they open up and want to have this wonderful flavor. It's a really a little bit, yeah, it's very appealing to me, and I guess many people feel the same. So vanilla is very nice, and it is just a cream filling here. And the coconut cream will firm up in the refrigerator. So this has to be in the refrigerator, the cake, afterwards. Once it's done, and overnight, it will take a night or so, the coconut cream will firm up, and I will have a nice filling that I can cut into pieces. I just straighten it out here, make a nice surface here, and then it's ready for the mirror on top, the fruit mirror. So I'll show you in a moment. Nicely use everything. So here, that's what I have. See? So you can put it in the refrigerator, for example, to make it firm a little bit. Also in your freezer where you like. I don't care for that now. I will just leave it as is, and I will cleanse now my blender because I want to make the mirror on top with the raspberries, and for that I need a clean one, otherwise the colors are they're not clear anymore. It's important for me, the light color here and the red color on top. It's a nice little contrast that I want to work with. So I come back in a moment when I'm ready for the next step. So the blender is clean again. Now very simple. I have just here a cup or so of thawed raspberries, always in season, so to say, when they are frozen. They're very inexpensive. I like them. Then they are a little bit sour. That's when they are taken from the field directly into the freezer. They are a little bit sour, but they're still full of nutrients. So frozen fruit are said to have sometimes even more nutrients than fresh fruits because they take longer from the from the field to the marketplace when they go directly to the freezer. It saves time and also nutrients. But as not so important, over here, another one, dates. Yeah, maybe another 10 or 12 dates. I will make it sweet because these are a little bit sour. I will blend it first and afterwards put a little bit of coconut oil in there to get it firm. Yeah, blender dance, let's see. The dates have to be nice and soft, so I take some time to blend it up. Looks great. And now I will put the coconut oil in that is liquefied. I always do that on a water bath here, just a cup and a fitting top. Metal top is good for the heat. And then coconut oil goes in here, and in 5 minutes it's already liquefied, you see, hot water. Coconut oil, very simple. And now I can put it directly in. I don't put it in before, because otherwise the coconut oil is might hang at the walls of the blender, and then not in the cream, and that's what I avoid, of course. Now it's a little bit warm, everything. I hope the coconut cream oil will be incorporated. High-pitched sound, that means the blender works at its limits because it is a small amount of cream only. Maybe I will push it down one more time, blend one more time. I'm not sure now if everything is nice and liquefied, creamy. Looks nice though. I give it one more blend, a short one, to see. I never know. Make it perfect. I show you in a moment. Yeah, that's okay. Yeah. Look, this is the cream. You see, easier now for me to show you this way. You see, it's almost firming up already. Yeah. Because of the cold, the raspberries are still a little bit cold, and the coconut oil, of course, will begin to firm up again as soon as it comes to the cold, but it's still blended, so it's still runny and creamy. So I have still enough time to put everything on top. So right away, and then I'm done. Also now, let's see, get everything out here. These scrapers are very helpful, nice tools to get everything out of the blender. A little bit more, yeah. And when there's something left in the blender, and it's a very nice texture, you have a raw fruit and these kind of things, and nuts, these creams, it would be a pity to throw it away. I would just put a banana in, or some water or something, or an orange or something, blend it, and I can drink it then. Yeah, you see? Then I don't have to throw away anything. If I liquefy it with another fruit or so, or water, have a wonderful drink, yeah. Especially after these cake recipes or so. Always there's something very nice in the blender. And when I was little at home, and my auntie, my granny, they allowed me to take the finger and lick out everything. That was always the big surprise to me, or the big present I got. I was always looking forward to that. And now I just blend it in a new drink or so. I don't need to throw away anything. I do the same now with this second layer, or the mirror on top, the raspberry marmalade. Very simple, spread it evenly and then it goes into the refrigerator to firm up overnight. And tomorrow my friends will come and maybe we are all happy and enjoy our raspberry cheesecake. See? I have a very nice color on top, already firming up, and that's all I can ask for. I will come back in a moment. For you it will be a moment, for me it will be a whole night. And I show you when I cut out a piece of the cake. See you in a bit. Here I am again, a night later, and here's my cake. And you see I put a foil on top. Yeah, this is a foil. Yeah, and it is very easy because then you have no puddles here. Otherwise, without the foil, yeah, okay, very easy. You have water now on here, and the color of the surface that changes and not so nice. And I will use it again. I put the piece of the cake back in the refrigerator. I put the lid on, the foil on again. So I'll open it. Maybe I need a knife. I'll see if I can open it without knife. Sometimes the surface cracks. Oh, it's okay. It's easy. A little bit maybe. Yeah. Wonderful, it works. See? Now I can cut a piece out. I have a plate for that. Oops. And here. Looks very nice. I quickly trim a little bit the sides. Yeah. That's easy. You can always, the surface is not that firm. You can just always still give a little bit shape. It's nicer. That small thing. Now, cutting in the middle has to be very precise down to the bottom. Otherwise, I will not cut through the crust, and then the pieces will not stay together. Yeah. This is pretty important now, really to cut through the whole cake onto the ground, through the crust. Here again, especially the middle piece, the center, have to be very careful there. Otherwise, the pieces without the center is nothing happens. But it is nicer if you have it perfect. Why not? Can serve always. It's always nicer to have it. Also for the eyes. You see, and this works. This is how I want it. I will put it right on a plate. Show you. Looks very nice. That's how I would like my cake. You see, the piece. They're beautiful. A very simple cheesecake with a raspberry top. I guess my friends will be delighted. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoy. And if so, like my video, subscribe, and being on YouTube. I have another recipe every single day. And find me on Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest, and Twitter. So this might be a good conclusion, I would say. Kind of bird's eye view on my afternoon. On a possible afternoon, I would say. Yeah, if you want to know something about raw food nutrition, science behind it, then yeah, this is a raw food nutrition handbook from Dr. Karen Dina. She's a great biologist and is lots about raw food and the history of the science, and so very interesting. Yeah, I can highly recommend, and it's not expensive, and they have a wonderful online presence too. She and her husband, Karen and Rick. Yeah, but the cake anyway, that will be a lot of pleasure tonight for me and my friends. And enjoy yours.